park.
Right.
So, who am I gonna sue?
These people are disgusting that allowed this to happen, not your politicians to allow these electric scooters to go run around like the wild, wild west. We car owners gotta stop this crap. And the way to do that is to register to vote, register your family to vote, register your neighbors to vote that think the way you think, and make sure they go out and vote. It's the only way to stop these fools, is to scare them, even if you lose the election, but get close, and all of a sudden the numbers get closer to them, for us to be a threat to them. That will wake them up, hopefully. Because they will be like, oh my God, this is not working.
Would we jail them?
What?
Jail them?
Jail who?
People who ride an electric scooter.
No, you
Maybe
can't.
a year in jail?
Well, no, I don't know about a year in jail. If you hit someone, maybe.
How about
But
3 years?
you gotta confiscate those scooters, and you
I
gotta,
got a January 6th guy who spent 4 years in jail.
yes,
He did less than a scooter rider.
oh, of course.
But they should be able to have insurance like we have, because if we get into an accident or we hurt
I'm a scooter
somebody,
rider owner.
Insurance companies
That's not right.
And if you get me started, I can pick apart all
Car
of your
insurance
arguments.
companies
because
are
they're
gonna
all
wanna see the cars taken away, so we may have a friend in Allstate.
Absolutely.
We may have some friends here.
well,
Absolutely.
they should be arrested, like you
First
said.
of all,
Hey,
Should have insurance on it.
scooters don't kill people. Cars kill people.
Yeah, that's what they
Okay?
think. Yeah, they think scooters are great. Meanwhile, scooters do
It's the
kill
guy
people.
on the scooter who's in danger, not the guy in the car.
The scooters are causing fires in apartment buildings. My
Absolutely.
landlord put it in the lease, you're not allowed to
That's
truck
what I do.
outside the building.
Well, I
Yet
put
they're
it
doing it
in, I put
anyhow.
it in my lease, that you cannot have an electric scooter or bike in my premises at all. I don't want it in my house. You're not burning my house down for this stupid
So
electric.
even if Trump does away with the Green New Deal and the EV mandate, she could still push it?
Absolutely.
She may not even be governor in
No,
another
because
year.
it's a New York State law. Try to overturn a New York State
Okay, so
law.
if a Republican,
can't.
let's say Lee Zeldin won, let's say
Doesn't matter.
Republican won,
Nope.
he can't overturn that?
No.
So even with a Republican governor,
No.
that cannot be overturned?
Not really, because when you think about it, it was a law that was passed, now that requires to overturn the law, a new law, right?
Cuomo
And
is
that
the
would
one that did it.
require what? The Assembly and State Senate and the governor. You really think for a moment, the idiots in the Assembly that's been Democrat for 50-something years, that they're going to be voting against this crap?
So we can't get term limits here either, we can't?
Oh, we could probably
How did
push
they
that.
get stuff put on a ballot? How did they get things on a ballot to be
Well,
voted?
New York had that ballot initiative, right?
I put no to everything, I
Right.
get it, but how come we can't have things put on a
Well,
ballot?
we could. It requires people to go around getting signatures.
Even
Oh,
for that?
can I get one more with that too, with the
Yeah.
signatures? I went around for ballot tactics, so, you know, Republican candidates, and I find it hard for people who think that when I ring the bells, they don't all have ballots. You know, I see, I see you have your address on the paper, I forgot what they call it. It's a sheet that you guys give out. And, yeah, petition, and, would you like to sign to get the guy in ballot? They're like, no, I don't know, I don't care.
Exactly.
How do you fix that problem? I don't understand that.
Well,
It's very insulting.
unless you know how to run a commercial and spend money and say, listen, when someone comes to your door, please sign it.
Yeah, it's like,
All right, no one's spending money on that,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's crazy.
It's called, you have to start talking to your neighbor type of thing and let it spread. And tell them, listen, sign this, because you're gonna have no candidates running. So, anyone else has any other topics that you would like to discuss? Vent?
What about,
Yes,
what ideas we have for the club, Glenn?
yes.
Wanna ask
All right,
what the
Larry,
club would like to see.
where would you want the club in this 2025 to focus its energies on?
Yes.
I would think one thing that Ramon brought up with the car thing, Ramon, we could start getting that Facebook page going. I think that's one good initiative, right?
Yes.
Car owners and all that against the congestion pricing.
Not only the, how about the car owners, rent-a-cars, car dealers,
Yeah, well, I don't, you have to make a type
tax
of
writers.
Our insurance, all the insurance people, all states, State Farm, all of them.
What about them? What about
That
the
could be very,
insurance?
very powerful.
They don't want
Drivers
to have less
United.
people.
Uh,
They're gonna, obviously, before eliminating this. Look, at the, Larry, you wanna?
no, yeah,
Any
I
other?
mean, I know I kind of asked this in November and then we had a rush out, unfortunately. But, speakers, any types of speakers that you would like to see?
Any events?
Events, thank you. Social type of events.
Sorry.
What, no, go ahead, Sharon.
Game nights, movie nights, any kind of.
Anything like that the club is interested in. We, you know, this is our club. We're not a dictatorship, Glenn.
Not yet,
Not even though it's
One
going
day,
that
just
way.
one day.
just for one day.
We want to know what the members and even the guests and non-members, so hopefully be future members, what they want to see from us. I don't know if you want to see Glenn talking for 2 hours every month.
No.
And I don't think Glenn wants to do that either.
Yeah, because sometimes when I can't find a guest speaker, you know, I have to
Yeah,
step in.
so what does the club want? You know, this is your club. You know, what do you guys want to see?
Look, I was trying to get a speaker, but he wasn't available, and he was a January 6th, you know, about him.
Working right now.
Yeah, he's
otherwise he'd be
working.
here.
Yeah, that might be good.
So I was trying to get him, but he was, unfortunately, he had his job to go to. So
But he
hopefully
has
we
a
could set
job.
that,
Mhm.
hopefully we could set that up in the future, to talk about his experience as a J6er. I'd like to get,
There's a list of about 12 of them from the New York City area.
okay.
Yeah,
And I got all their phone numbers.
Oh, you have
Get
them?
them all together
You have?
and do a January 6th event, you know? And they all deserve it, you know?
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, what they did to them is disgusting. When you had this summer of love in 2020, when you had
Exactly. It's a
574 riots throughout the country, burning cities down, burning police stations
What they do with these
down.
pro-life
And what happened to them, the pro-life, the elderly ladies
I couldn't believe it. They
Threw
were
'em in
put
jail.
for praying.
praying because they were blocking the area, they were praying. Throw them in
Okay,
jail.
right.
Yeah.
Please, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Fiery but peaceful.
Patrick, if you could send that to us, that would be great.
Yeah, we could start getting something going, that's a good
Yeah.
idea. You said you have their information?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have what I call my secret weapon. I subscribe to People Looker. People Looker, you just need to put somebody's name in there and basically
That's
Yeah.
what affect that.
how old they approximately are and what state they live
And
in.
they're high up.
And you can get
Money up there.
email addresses, phone numbers,
Right.
criminal records.
Oh, yeah, you gotta pay for that.
Yeah.
No.
So what I did is I found out this list by some journalist who was bad mouthing the January 6th, listed them all. And I got all their names and I got all their addresses. And my friend Sam Fisher, who just got sprung out of jail after 4 years
Right,
on bogus gun charges.
right.
They broke into his apartment, they took his guns behind glass that he legally purchased.
Legally purchased.
He purchased them, he passed background checks, passed all the New York state law. No, look at this guy, he's a MAGA gun nut. And they kept him in jail for 4 years.
How did he do that if he had legal purchase?
Because they're fascist Nazis.
No, I understand that, but what was their argument? What are they claiming that he did wrong with the gun law?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'd like to be his tort lawyer because there's a $50 billion settlement, class action lawsuit pending.
Yeah.
So divide that into 1,000. You got 1,000 people jailed, a little over that.
Right, 1,500.
And even if you take away 1/3 for the lawyer, right? You still got a nice piece of change there. I told my friend Sam, you're gonna become a multi-millionaire over this. You should rejoice at the fact that you spent 4 years in jail. You know?
It's disgusting.
But not the guys who committed suicide.
Right,
There was
that's the
people
same.
that committed
I heard
suicide
that,
while they were
yeah.
in jail.
Right.
Recently, yeah.
Nobody had a fair trial, it was all decent.
No, it's common.
None of them had, and Enrique Tarrio, I was watching him on TV and interview, he
Cowboy
wasn't even
leader,
there.
yeah.
I'm
He
looking,
wasn't even there on January.
That's right, he wasn't even there.
It was not Cowboy.
When they throw him in shit, he gets thrown in jail for not even being there.
We could get thrown in jail for
I'm
having
looking
this
forward
meeting.
to this guy.
Democrats could say, I'm
Not
going to
now.
jail everybody in here.
Well, now we
I'm
can't.
looking forward to this guy Bird getting charged with murder 1 for killing,
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
that's bad.
yes, yes.
Michael
I hope
Bird.
it happens.
Maybe we
Yeah.
go to DC, we'll make it a trip.
Any other
J6 prison.
Anything else?
I wanted to, it's so
The
cold, I
next
wanted
4
to
years,
go.
all that stuff is gonna happen.
Any other focuses you want from the,
Sorry,
Terry?
sorry.
Throw an idea out there, just to test the water, see how everyone feels about this.
Mhm.
What if we were to have a topic of interest where we had speakers from both sides of the aisle debating each other? And we could listen and, engage with the speakers. How does everybody feel about that?
Think about having a debate here.
A
Where would-
debate,
I can't hang, I'm sorry.
a debate night on a topic, people, both sides we have a debate night.
Or, how about this? When Hershey has his city council debate, hopefully he'll have a debate,
He doesn't want to debate.
but he doesn't want to have a debate.
We're gonna make a debate anyways.
In terms
Well,
of,
okay, so
Who's your
Are you
opponent?
gonna have it, are you gonna have it where it's gonna be in a, like an auditorium type setting? All right, when Hershey has the debate, even if the other fool doesn't show up,
Just have an
everyone
empty
come,
chair there.
everyone come, have the empty chair, of course. Everyone show up to that debate. Okay, that's for starters. Maybe he'll show up and then we'll really be in the audience seeing that type of debate.
but I mean something like
A topic,
of interest.
topic.
We have people who are experts on both.
No, I understand, that's an idea.
I like it,
Congestion
I like it.
pricing, how about
Yeah,
that?
for example, congestion pricing.
I like that.
She's pushing the electric cars,
How about
but
our
yet
budget that's
there won't even be
over
room for that
budget, that we can
either,
cut
if
the
they're
budget
taking
down?
spots and
Yeah,
everything away.
It's not about cars.
Yeah.
It's about
Yes.
control.
Yeah,
Control.
no, it's
Door
extortion.
control.
Actually, it's extortion.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on, everyone.
I
just appreciated that
Patrick, yeah, go ahead.
that you did interviews with all the mayoral candidates.
Right.
And you zoomed them for us.
Right, right.
That meant a lot to me. If we're gonna have more than, that was really very helpful because we wouldn't have,
Yeah, so we could do that too, as we're getting closer, that's a good point. We did that with the governor series and the mayor series last
Right.
time. We interviewed all the mayoral candidates through Zoom, so that way you could be the comfort of your own home. And we did that, or later on, if you're not available for that, it'll be on YouTube. And I've interviewed at the time Lee Zeldin, I interviewed
Andrew Giuliani.
Andrew Giuliani. I interviewed who else? Sliwa for the mayor thing. What was the other guy, the Spanish?
Yeah.
If I
The
might.
Spanish guy that was running, I forgot his name.
This should be done after the first primaries and then.
Mateo.
Mateo, Fernando Mateo.
Wasn't there another candidate for mayor?
I've seen some of the mayoral
Oh,
candidates.
Bill Pepitone, yeah. That was,
Well, he did in the backyard. We
he
had-
was
They
in
need
the
to be
backyard.
eliminated.
Yeah.
And we gotta get it down to about 5 or 6 solid
She's
candidates.
sitting just
you know.
right through there.
They
But I
got,
should-
they
I
have
just-
some real losers out there trying for mayor.
So that's a good idea. As we're getting closer, if there
and I
is,
think you did an especially good job. It
Oh,
was
thank you.
great question. I mean,
Thank you.
that's really, a lot of times they just blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Your questions were.
Thank you.
Yeah, Howard.
So we could do that as we get closer to the primary season for the mayor race, see who has skin in the game, we'll call it. And we'll hopefully get in contact through, because what they're gonna do is they're gonna beg for endorsements, whoever's running. They're gonna come, me as a district leader, I have a vote on the board for the Brooklyn GOP. So they're gonna ask, that's how I got to speak with these people, because hello, we would like your support. All right, thank you for your phone number. Because I'm gonna ask for an interview in the future, So hopefully that's gonna be happening again. We could do that process again, so that's a great idea. We'll definitely do that again.
That the best candidate for mayor is watching this from afar and looking at all these other candidates and saying, this is a weak field, somebody needs to step up.
Right.
And they join the race late.
Well, let's see who that might be.
I
It'll be
hope
someone with
so.
a lot of money and lots of name recognition, because we need that to kind of circumvent whatever the Democrats have, because that machine is too big in this disgusting city. They have the unions, they have everything, and look, and then they have a lot of psychotics on their side, because, Green New Deal's their religion. So, God forbid you block that, right?
For now, we have to help Heshy.
What, yes.
Yes, they have to help Ashley
Actually,
first. Yeah.
we have to help. March 25th is that election. okay? He's gonna be on the ballot, you're already on the ballot, right? Did I pass that?
Did it pass?
I'd like you all to come help me that day, as well as when we start signatures March 1st, for 5 weeks. If you guys can give me a couple of hours every week to go door to door in the evenings or on Sundays, so we can get those signatures as well.
Yeah, because he has to run again. It's, because this is a special election, then the
And
real
then June.
election. Right. So it's all morphed into one little small period of time. So, so if he wins, he's like for 3 months or whatever the heck it is. But the point is that you gotta help Heshie out. He's our vice president. If you can't help out one of your own, then how are you gonna help out the rest of the city, right? Yes, Ramon.
It is true, because what it means by helping him, it not just mean by talking about it, it means take action.
Right.
I took my entire Sunday off to his district and help get signatures for him.
And Ramon lives in Jersey. Okay?
I took a solid, because I am a member of the Brooklyn Tea Party, and it's my duty to help Heshie on this.
So he helped out.
And because I'm also running myself as a candidate back home,
See?
and I help another one in need.
Ramon is all
What are you
over the
running
place.
for?
I'm currently running for the State Assembly in New Jersey.
Okay.
I'm just running for my life. I've used that joke many times in the past, but it's true, it's true. But look, we should be happy that we have Donald Trump as our president once again. In conclusion, because the meeting is about to be concluded in about a minute or
Celebration
two.
continues.
Celebration continues. Don't rest on your laurels or Hardee's. And look, we gotta keep on praying and keep on fighting. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to join the Brooklyn Tea Party, if you have not done so already, it's $10 for 2025. You can see Donna in the back, and you could help us out in that regard for membership if you have not done so already. If you have done so already, thank you again for that. And moving forward, hopefully we have a brighter future for this city and state. And we need that from people like you to keep on fighting. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Take care.
A lot of people don't know, they think it's just. I said it's.